This is the Life Path Tarot reading for all the fire signs for September. So this is readings for Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And you embody the wands energy in the tarot. So you are the visionaries, the leaders, the entrepreneurs. You have the energy. You have all the energy and all the motivation. So let's see what's going to come in for you in September. And what I'm going to be doing is a 10-card reading, and we'll look at the energy that you're bringing in with you first, the energy that's around you at the moment, and after that, we'll go on to look at the steps you can take to make the most of it throughout the month. And at the end, we'll look at the outcome, where you can hope to be by the end of the month. Okay, so let's have a look at what we've got. So this is for fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And we are looking at your reading for September. So first of all, we're going to look at the energy that you're coming into September with. And it's looking good. We have, first of all, the Four of Pentacles. So this is a nice, stable state to be in. Nothing pressing, nothing overwhelming, just nice, stable, secure. For wands, energy for fire signs may be a bit too secure. That might be the only trouble. And looking at the next card, the other energy that you're coming in with is the Knight of Swords. So these two together, this one is very stable. This one, as you can probably see from the card itself, is just raring to rush off on something else. So you've got a lot of energy. You've got a lot of stability behind you and beneath you, a good, strong foundation. That's maybe, like I say, a bit too stable for you. You've got a lot of energy. I don't know if this is suppressed energy or if this is energy that you're channeling. We'll have a look at the reading and see what's happening. But it's a mixture of stability and energy. So it could be nicely balanced if you want it to be. Right. What's your goal for this month, for September? Oh, of course, you are fire signs. You want it all. This is the sun. So this is a major arcana card, which indicates you want the big prizes. So this is where this energy is coming in. You want to go for it. You want everything. You want to manifest everything, the complete story, the full everything. It's no bad thing to aim for. And being fire signs, of course, the sun is your planet, if I can put it that way. This is, a great thing to aim for. But what's getting in the way of that this month? Okay. So we have got, what's getting in the way of it? We've got the Queen of Pentacles. And if you remember, the energy you're coming in with was the Four of Pentacles. This suggests that you've got a lot of responsibilities, possibly financial responsibilities or family responsibilities. You're having to take care of everyone at the moment, make sure everyone's fed, clothed, warm, provided for. And maybe this is stopping you from shooting for the sun. I was going to say shooting for the moon, but it's the sun. Maybe this is where there's a degree of frustration creeping in with this energy. I don't know. You will know. It is your life. So, but what is getting in the way is practical considerations. You want to aim for the sun, and there are practical considerations getting in the way. Getting kids off to school, packing lunches, paying the rent, all those everyday things. You feel that they're holding you back at the moment. They're nice, it's nice to have the responsibility. It's nice to have the family, but they come with the responsibility. So, what is your strength that you can use to overcome that barrier and achieve your goal this month? So, this month, your strength is the Page of Swords. So, swords is about thinking, and you have, it's kind of inherent within you. Although you're not swords, you are wands, the fire sign, so the wands energy, not the swords energy of the tarot. You do have very good thinking skills, and you have very good innovative skills. You can think of, you can dream things up, you can think of things and take them forward into action. So your ability is your strength that's going to help you this month is your fresh thinking, your curiosity, your passion, your willingness to approach new ideas. This is all going to stand you in good stead this month. That this is your chief strength, the thing that's going to get you out of this barrier. Okay. And the atmosphere, the environment around you at the moment into which all this is happening is okay. That's kind of explains a bit. So you've got the Eight of Cups. So this is so it's an emotional barrier. It may be something emotional is happening in your life or to the people around you that you're having to support the people around you emotionally, or maybe it's an emotional change within you, but it's something that the environment at the moment is not a happy one. It's not as your energy is very light, bright, like fire, very carefree, very high energy, very high vibration. And what's happening around you at the moment is a little lower. So it's allowing yourself time to acknowledge that there is something emotional happening, and then allowing yourself to move on from it and maybe helping, supporting those around you to move on from it too. Not pushing them to, not saying, oh, it's about time you got over it kind of thing. Actually supporting people to move on, literally to move on. He's left the cups behind. He's moving out into the bigger landscape. There's a bigger world out there. But this is the environment at the moment. So um, maybe this is causing a bit of frustration in you. That that high energy Knight of Swords coming in there. Right, so that's your energy, what's happening around you this month, this coming month, September. What steps can you take to make the most of it and find your place at the end of it? Achieve what you want to achieve. Okay, so what you need to do before you do anything else is, you're probably not going to like this. It's another major arcana card, so it's quite important, but it's the Hermit. So you need to stop pushing. You need to stop hustling. You need to just take time out. Think about what you want. Feel secure. Like I say, you don't have to go out in the marketplace. You don't have to hustle. You are shining a light. If you take time out, go inwards rather than looking outwards, that light is there within you and it will shine for others. Others will see it and they'll come towards you. You don't have to go out and chase them. They will come towards you. But it means you're taking a bit of time to stop and think and review what everything that's going on. Just take a bit of time out. Just a few days, a week, maybe. Just slow things down, go inside, become a little reflective, maybe even a little reclusive if you have that opportunity, that option. Look at what's going on without the hustle and the hassle and the bells and the whistles and everything else that's going on. Just have some quiet time with yourself and find your light, because this is what's going to guide people to you and it will make life a lot easier. You don't have to go out there and push. They will come to you. So before you do anything else, take some time out. Once you've done that, your first steps then are, gosh, more swords. This is the Three of Swords. So this is about past regrets. So if this is steps moving on, maybe one of the things that you need to do while you're taking time out is to look at past regrets and look at the lessons that you've learned from them. This sort of indicates there is some learning that you can um, mine from past unpleasant or unhappy experiences, or past defeats, or we all have setbacks, failures. What can you learn from those now? This is an opportunity to learn from those and do something different. Learn the lesson. And threes are about expansion. So it is about expanding your thinking beyond maybe failure or maybe setbacks in the past. How can you move beyond those? So this is a bit like if we look at, where are we? Hang on. So yeah, I've lost it. This is, this is the environment card, the environment in which your month is happening. And this is also about moving on. This is about expanding and moving on from the past. So everything's about moving on from something at the moment for you, for your energy. So think about what you need to move on from. What is this telling you? And it looks quite dramatic, it's three swords through a heart. It's not necessarily a broken heart, but it is certainly that feeling of, oh, I could have done that differently, I could have done that better, kind of thing. That hurt a bit, but there is a big lesson in there for you somewhere that's going to help you really fly from this point onwards, once you know what this is. So this is a bit of heart searching. So I think that's why the heart is in this. It's about heart searching. And if you do that, okay, so what you need to keep on doing is, so you had Pentacles earlier. I'm just getting a bit I just had to look back through it. There's no wands in this reading at all. That your energy is um not showing up this month, which is interesting. It's cups, it's swords, it's pentacles, and we've got pentacles again. And so where is one's fiery enthusiasm? Where's your passion this month? What you need to keep doing once you started taking steps towards your goal, which is the sun, which is everything, you need to keep um, looking at the practicalities. So you need to look at finance, you need to look at stability, you need to look at your health, all the real material things. You're brilliant with ideas, but this is about looking at the practical things, the practical applications, making sure that you have the finance in place, making sure that you have the support in place, making sure that you have the energy and the health, that nothing's going wrong, you're sleeping, you're eating, all those things. You need to keep that nice and steady and safe. So this is almost going back to the energy that you came in with. If I go back. So a nice, steady Four of Pentacles. We've got the Ten of Pentacles. But it's also, I mean, 10 is an ending. It's a completion, a happy ending, a happy completion, a success, a fulfillment. So keep looking towards your end goals. Keep looking towards the sun. Whatever this represents for you, keep looking towards that, because that's what's going to fuel you this month. Your one's energy, your passion, your motivation. You need something more tangible this month to keep you going, keep you fixed on where you want to go on your path. So keep looking at the rewards, the advantages, the outcomes, and make sure that everything material is in place. Okay, and if you do all that, where will you be at the end of the month? Okay, so this, I'm not going to finish it here. I said this was the outcome, but I'm not going to finish it here. This is the Five of Cups. So this is more cups, more, stop looking at the past. This is somebody gazing at three empty cups, not looking at the full cups that they have. This is about emotions and not looking at the lovely flowing river and the bridge that they can be crossing over to get to the castle. Um, the outcome of doing this is that you will be able to move on. So we had the the Eight of Cups here as the environment that's around you. By the end of the month, you will be able to move on from that. Now, how do you actually do that? Which is why I'm not going to finish here, because there's no point saying, oh, yes, you're going to move on from it. It's fine. You want to know how you're going to move on from it. That would be a lot more helpful to you. Um, so I'm going to just get a couple more cards. So this is where we are. It's the Five of Cups. So what do you need to do? Okay, more cups, but this is the Nine of Cups. So you can see what a difference there is. So this is somebody looking with regret at what they don't have. This is somebody looking extremely satisfied with what they do have. So it is kind of count your blessings. Look around at what you have rather than what you've lost or lack. Practice gratitude. I know it's a bit of a cliche, but it works. It really does work. Start practicing gratitude. When you get to the end of the month, it will stand you in good stead. Look at what you have. And this is all emotion. You have enough ideas. You need to look at your mind, your emotional health. Look at what you have. Look at what you can stack up. Focus on filling these cups. What gives you happiness? What gives you energy? What gives you strength? What fills you? What feeds you? This is what this is about. So that's something that you have to do. Do this through the month, and by the time you reach the end of the month, you'll be sitting pretty, literally. What else? Oh, here we go. Right, at last. Wand energy. Fire signs, you have come into your own energy at last. This is the Ace of Wands. So by the end of the month, or shortly into the next month, into October, you will get your motivation back. You will get everything back. You'll be brimming with ideas and inspiration, and you'll be back on track. Your energy will be back where it usually is and where you want it to be. And you'll be heading towards your goal of everything. You know, why settle for less? You can have the sun. Why settle for less? So that's where you're going to be. Not by the end of the month, there's still a bit of work to do, but in October, beginning of October, you should be feeling that you're getting your energy back. Let's see what we have after that. Oh, so we have the Ace of Wands. Now we have the Knight of Wands. So he's back in the saddle. Knights are about action, energy, doing things. The Knight of Wands is just brimming over with confidence, motivation, passion, all of that. So this is, you're really getting back into the saddle, back on track, back into your own energy. Fire signs, you are the wands of the tarot. And here you are turning up at last in your own reading. And oh yeah, the next card, I'm going to stop after this, but the next, I have got to show you the next card because this is the Queen of Wands. They're all hiding. So yeah, from the Knight of Wands to the Queen of Wands, it just gets better. You're not just back in the saddle, you're back in your throne, being Queen of Wands, full of charisma, full of leadership, full of inspiration, leading and inspiring everyone around you. So this is you. Perhaps not by the end of September, but certainly in October. So not that long. Stick with it, ride it out, take those steps, and you can get back in your throne, back in Queen of Wands. So Queen energy, it applies to men as well. We've all got kings and queens inside us. The Queen is about maturity, um, sharing her charisma, sharing her wisdom, inspiring others, supporting others to be their own wonderful best as well. So this is you. So I hope you have a wonderful, perhaps not month, perhaps more like 6 weeks, maybe even a little longer, but it gets better. It really does get better. And you come back into your own, you come back into your own true energy. So Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. By the end of the month, maybe a little more, you are back in your throne, back in the saddle and back up, back on your throne again, full of fire, full of fire again. That's this month. I hope you have a good time with that, and I'll see you next month.